Hello everyone, my name is Sophia and I'm really glad to see you on my channel. Actually, it's my first video. So, I've been trading on binary options for 2.5 years. I've been successful and I'm here to share with you my experience for free. Please subscribe for this channel, put a big thumbs up, leave a supportive comment because I really need your support. Today is a day off, the exchange is closed and only OTC currency pairs are available. I have $1 on deposit and I will try to upside this amount up to $3,000. Today we will trade with you using the Parabolic Sar indicator. The Parabolic Sar indicator is a trend indicator. It is designed to tell the trader where to exit the trade position. The Parabolic Sar also shows which trend prevails in the market, and that is today we will look for reversal points using this indicator. And also this indicator suggests the trend direction of the price. This indicator can be used both on regular currency pairs and OTC currency pairs. The indicator works with any time frames, but today I will use this indicator as my usual 15 seconds candlestick chart. The Parabolic Sar indicator, like other indicators, is an auxiliary tool for technical analysis. So for the best result, you should use technical analysis plus the indicator. Only with such combination you will get the best result. So friends, let's start. In order to turn on our indicator, press the button in the lower left corner. A list of indicators opens in front of us. Select the Parabolic Sar. Here in the menu, there are settings for indicator. All settings are left by default. You can also choose any color. I suggest choosing yellow. You can also make it larger, and we see that yellow dots have appeared above and below our chart. Well, this is our indicator, how this indicator works, and what is a signal to open a deal. Well, the signal is the moment when dots appear at the bottom of our chart. This tells us that a reversal is planned and in the near future the price will go higher. The same way the indicator works for a downside. When dots appear above our chart, this tells us that the downside is expected in the near future. The indicator works especially well with trends because the trend is moving on waves and this indicator helps to identify its further direction. It is especially good to use this trend indicator that is from the top point to go down if there is a downtrend, also from bottom point to go up if there is an uptrend. As soon as the first dot appears, this tells us that there is a signal. Also, depending on the situation on the market, you can enter a deal when several points have already appeared. Each market situation is considered individually depending on the specific market situation. So friends, let's trade today using this indicator. I will try to clearly show you how it works. Now I will find a suitable situation in the market and we will continue. So friends, a yellow dot has appeared at the top of our chart. This indicator tells us that there is a downside entry point. I suggest opening a deal for 2 minutes for a downside here. Since we see that there is a downtrend from the level, I think that in this situation the movement will continue to the internal level of support. Around 2 minutes with a small port trade, a small pullback up, after which the downtrend will surely continue. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our first transaction. Well friends, not bad. The price continued downtrend, we get a profit here. The indicator suggested a good entry point to us. The price really continued downtrend. That's how this indicator works. It suggested a reversal point at the upcoming price movement. So friends, we are with you on the same currency pair. We see that after the downtrend, the price starts to rise again. Also, our indicator tells us that there is an upside entry point. In this situation, I also suggest opening a deal for an upside of 2 minutes. I think that in the near future the price will continue its movement to the resistance level of 2 minutes, also with a margin. Taking into account that there may be some kind of pullback down and small trade, after which the upward movement will probably continue. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well friends, quite well. The indicator again suggested a good pivot point to us and we get a profit. 2 minutes enough for us. The price really continued its upward movement. This indicator works perfectly in combination with the technical analysis. Let's continue and find similar situation in the market. Here, the indicator also tells us that there is an entry point. We open a deal for a downside for 1 minute. We see that at the moment there is a pullback down. Although at the moment there is an uptrend and it's not recommended to trade against the trend, but in some situation it can be done. That's why I decided to open a downside deal here for just 1 minute. I think that a small rollback will continue for some time in this situation. 1 minute will be quite enough, so friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Quite well, a pullback down really happened, and this indicator again suggested a good pivot point to us, and here we get profit. 1 minute was enough for us. It is still risky to open trades against the trend, and for the best result it is recommended to use trend trading using the tips of this indicator. So friends, let's continue to find the following situations in the market. Here is a good example. Here we see that there is a downtrend, and at the moment our indicator tells us that there is an entry point. I suggest opening a deal here for 2 minutes for a downside. I think that the downtrend will continue in 2 minutes, and this situation will be quite enough. Since the trend is moving in waves, you may notice that the indicator suggested some points for an upside. Just in such cases, it is not recommended to open deals for an upside, only with rare exceptions. The most confident entry point will be for a downside with a downtrend. Just trading according to the trend, so friends, let's wait for the end of transaction. Well friends, after a little trading, the price continued its downtrend. We got profit. 2 minutes was enough. The downtrend continued. The indicator told us a good entry point. While everything is going well, let's continue and find the next entry point on the market. Here we see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point for a decline. In this situation, I propose to open a deal for 3 minutes to downside. I think that the price will continue its movement to the support level for 3 minutes, also with a margin, taking into account that there may be some kind of pro trading or maybe a slight pullback up, after which the movement to the support level will probably continue, since the general trend of the price is going down. There was a downtrend, the price touched the support level, rolled up, and now after the rollback it moves back to our level. So friends, let's wait for the end of our transaction. Well, quite well, the price really continued to move to the support level and we got profit. 3 minutes was enough for us. The indicator again prompted us a pivot point and we get an excellent result. Let's continue to look for similar situation in the market. Here we see the support level. We also see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point for a decline. I think that in the near future the price will continue downtrend and this level will be broken because the general trend is going down, price highs are getting lower. This is the second touch of our level in a fairly short time. There is a certain compression of this level. I suggest opening a deal for 3 minutes for a downside here. I think that in this situation this time will be quite enough, and so friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, fine friends, the price continued its downtrend and support level was broken. We get a super confident profit. 3 minutes was enough for us. The indicator again suggested a good entry point to us. Let's continue to find the following situation in the market. So friends, here we see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point. We also see that at the moment there is an upward movement. The price lows are getting higher and there is still room for resistance in the situation. I suggest opening a deal for 3 minutes to upside. I think that the price will continue its upward movement and in this situation it will be quite enough. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well friends, it's not bad. We got into some kind of trading, but still the upward movement continued and we managed to close our deal in profit. 3 minutes was just enough for us. Let's continue to look for a similar situation in the market. Here we also see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point in the situation. I suggest opening a deal for 3 minutes upside because after the uptrend there was a drawdown and after the pro trade a pullback begins to draw up. I think that in this situation the price will continue its movement to the resistance level because the price here also has a good potential for an upside and the price is confidently moving up. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, friends, it's not bad. As you can see, the price continued its movement to the resistance level. This level was even broken through. We get a super confident profit. 3 minutes was enough for us. Our indicator also told us a good pivot point, everything is going fine. Let's continue to find the next entry point in the market. Here we see the support level. Also, we see that at the moment there is a downtrend, there is an upward pullback. Also, our indicator shows several points already. In this situation, I suggest opening a deal for a little 1 minute to upside. I think that the rollback will continue for some time, and in this situation 1 minute will be quite enough since the reversal occurred from a strong support zone, just 150.20. The support zone begins at. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, it's not bad, friends. There was a great pullback up and we got profit. 1 minute was enough for us. The indicator also told us the pivot point. While everything is not bad, let's continue and find the next entry point in the market. So friends, here we see that there is a good uptrend. We also see that at the moment our indicator tells us that there is an entry point. I suggest opening a deal here for an upside of 3 minutes. I think that the price will continue its movement to the resistance level because there is an uptrend. Price lows are getting higher. There is a certain comprehension of our level, and in this situation the price will certainly continue its upward movement. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our transaction. Well, quite well. The price really continued its upward movement and we got profit here. The indicator again suggested a good entry point to us. Let's continue to look for the following situations in the market. There is a resistance level at the top here. We also see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point in this situation. I suggest opening a deal for 1 minute to go down. I think that in this situation there will be at least a small pullback down, after which the upward movement will surely continue. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, not bad. The price really rolled down and we got profit. 1 minute was just enough for us. The indicator told us a good entry point, and after the rollback down, the upward movement continued to be a resistance level again. I think that in the near future this level will be broken and the price will go higher because there is an obvious preload of the level. So friends, we are on the same currency pair after some time in this situation. I suggest opening a deal for 1 minute to upside. Since our indicator tells us that there is an entry point, you may also notice that another pullback has occurred on the currency pair. But this time I did not dare to open a deal against the trend and decided to wait for the next signal to upside. Since it's more reasonable to trade according to the trend, especially since there is a clear preload of our level in the near future, it will probably be broken. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our transaction. Well, quite well, the price continued its upward movement and we got profit. 1 minute was enough for us. The indicator also told us a good entry point. This level was broken through. Let's continue to find the next entry point on the market. Here we also see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point. We also see that at the moment there is an upward movement in this situation. I suggest opening deal for 3 minutes to upside. I think that the price will certainly continue its movement to the resistance level. As price highs and price lows are getting higher, there is an upward trend and the price will certainly continue its upward movement. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our transaction. Well, quite well. The uptrend continued and we got profit. 3 minutes was enough for us. The indicator again suggested a good entry point to us. Let's continue to find the following situation. Here we see the support level. Also our indicator tells us that there is a reversal point. The price is moving down in this situation. I suggest opening a deal for 3 minutes for a downside. I think that the price will certainly continue its movement to the support level, since after the pullback upward a reversal is planned and the general trend of the price is going down. The price maximum is getting lower. In this situation there is a high probability that the price will continue its downtrend. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our transaction. Well, quite well, the price continued its downtrend and we got profit. 3 minutes was enough for us. The indicator really suggested a good pivot point. Let's continue and open the last deal for today. Here we see that our indicator tells us that there is an entry point, also price highs are getting lower. At the moment there is a downtrend in the situation. I suggest open a deal for 3 minutes for downside. I think that the price will continue its downtrend because at the moment the reversal is planned and price has a good potential for a downside. Let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, friends, quite well. There was a pullback down and we get a profit. The indicator again suggests a good pivot point to us. 3 minutes in this situation was quite enough for us. We get great result. On the deposit we already have $3,000. I propose to finish this because I have fulfilled my plan for today. I've finished trading and leave the market. All market situations have worked out perfectly. Of course, you should not trust only one indicator. Only a competent combination of technical analysis plus an indicator will give you a good result. Use this indicator to confirm your technical analysis and a positive result will not keep you waiting. Dear friends, thank you for watching this video till the end. This is my first video, so I would like you to support me in the comments. Tell me what do you want to see next time. I also left my personal Telegram in the description, so you also can text me there and I'll try my best to answer all the questions about trading. Also, don't forget to put a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. See you next time!